Hi, welcome to Gemini Star Spiritual Wellness. Thank you for joining me today. I'm excited that you're here with me for this video. So today's video, we're doing a special tarot reading for the September eclipse season. So I feel like there's a lot of energy that's going to be coming in September, and this eclipse season is going to be intense. And I really felt called to do this reading energetically. Like I felt like there was information that you all need to hear to get this information out. So I decided to do a special tarot card reading. So we are going to have a lunar eclipse on September 7th and a partial solar eclipse on September 21st. And these energies from eclipses can last for many, many months, like up to 6 months after the eclipse happens. So it's going to be a really intense time. And so therefore I wanted to do this tarot reading for all of you. So let's go ahead and see what's going on with the energies for the eclipse season. So this is for everyone who's watching or going to watch the video. So it's a general collective reading. So it might resonate with you and it might not. And as always, please hit the like button so that other people will see this video, because when you hit the like button, it'll send it out to more people. And please hit subscribe so that you get future videos that I put out. So let's see what's going on. Oh, and at the end of this reading, I pulled out two oracle decks that I want to do. I felt guided to use these decks for this reading today, so let's see what we get. Like I said, I felt very pushed. I wasn't going to do a special reading just for the eclipse season, but I felt very pushed energetically. So let's see what happens. So, what is going to be the energy for the collective for the eclipse season of September 2025? What is going to be the energy for the collective for the eclipse season 2025? Okay, a little bit more. What is going to be the energy for the eclipse season for September 2025 for the collective? Okay, I feel like we're almost there. All right, let's see what we got here. So, yes, I feel like September is going to be quite intense. So, let's see if that comes out in the cards. It did for the monthly reading and did for the first week reading. So, let's see. All right, so we've got the Eight of Swords, Knight of Pentacles, Two of Cups, Queen of Swords, Ace of Pentacles, the Chariot, ooh, and the Devil. Okay. So we have three major arcana. So that's pretty intense for such a small read, because there's only 7 cards in this layout. So having 3 of them be major arcana is pretty important. So we'll take that into account. That means it's going to be some intense energy, a lot of energy coming in. So in the past, as a collective, we and this could be personal, or it could be, I'm looking at it from a collective level, but it could be, could resonate with you personally as well. I feel like in the past, we're as a collective coming into this eclipse season, we are we're working a lot with our heart chakra. We're working a lot with love, and I feel like that could very well be starting to bring in love. So this is in the past position. So it's like, if it hasn't already manifested, it's in the process of manifesting. So, and it's kind of like opening our heart chakra to others. It doesn't necessarily have to be a romantic relationship. It could be, opening our heart chakra to family members or friends, or, people in a platonic sense like that. So it doesn't have to be romantic, um, but I'm feeling a strong romantic vibe with this, however, but it depends on each person in their situation. But I feel like, there's been a lot of heart opening, like, and it could be like a coming back of a past relationship, or rekindling of an existing relationship. But there's like this heart chakra opening, and there is definitely like love being expressed and accepted between two people. Like I said, it doesn't have to be romantic, but I'm feeling that it's more of a romantic nature, but it doesn't have to be. So, that's what you're coming into this eclipse season in that energy. Now, if that hasn't already happened, it could be in the process of coming in because everyone's going to be different in the energy. So it could be, in the process of manifesting that if it hasn't already. So, as a collective in the current energy, we've been feeling very much stuck. And I've noticed this card keeps coming up. In the last couple of readings I've been doing, this card's been coming up a lot where we're feeling stuck in unable to move forward, make decisions. But that's not true because if you see her, she's got swords around her, but they're not holding her. She's got plenty of room to leave and those bandages are really loose. She could just wiggle out of them, but she's not. So it's all mental. It's a mental block. It's like feeling stuck, but it's all in your head. It's an illusion. It's mentally because you could easily get out of these bandages and get away from those swords if you wanted to. So there's something mentally that's holding us feeling in that position of being stuck. But things are going to start to change for the collective in the current energy because we see this Knight of Pentacles coming in and he's holding that little pentacle. And Pentacles is really slow moving energy. So I feel like this has been taking a while to manifest. It's maybe like a year, a couple months, but it's taken a while to get here. But it's like an opportunity coming in, and it's like a small opportunity, kind of like it's more than a page, but it's like, it's not like a lot at one time. It'd be like a small opportunity moving forward. But that's in the current energy. And I feel like this is the atmosphere. So we're in the Queen of Swords energy. So I feel like there's a lot of you see how she's kind of defensive? Because the Queen of Swords is a no nonsense person, right? She doesn't put up with any stuff, any BS. She doesn't put up with anything. She's tough, she's gonna tell it like it is, kind of blunt. And, in her in a negative way, it could be she could be too much that way. But what I'm feeling is, see how she's got that sword up? She's gonna tell it like it is. She's gonna be very blunt, the truth coming out, communication, thoughts, words, but it's not gonna be sugar coated. It's gonna be like, boom, this is it, very blunt. And going back, I keep feeling there's a strong romantic energy to this. Um, and I feel like, coming in like I'm feeling this in a romantic sense, like feeling blocked, in your romantic personal life, a new, offer or something new beginning, tangible in that area of your life. And it's like very slowly have been coming in. But I feel like it's going to require, this tough kind of blunt communication to move things forward because it's like there's something that things left unsaid, things that weren't said. Maybe there's some hurt feelings that happened in the past. And, it's time to like move beyond all of that and just have an honest, blunt, to the point conversation to move things forward. Because this energy's been coming in from the past, but I feel like it's not quite, we're opening our heart center, we're getting there, but, it hasn't quite manifested fully yet because this current energy is fully bringing it more in. And then going into the near future, which is really interesting. This is a really great card. And this card's been coming up a lot lately too in the readings, but the Ace of Pentacles. So we're in the current situation of this. We're in that night energy, in the current situation right here, but we're going in the near future to this Ace of Pentacles. So what I love about this card with the Ace of Pentacles is see how the little hand is holding the pentacle. Like the universe is kind of giving us a new beginning, a tangible new beginning, like, here you go, like giving it to us. And plus, I love the energy of this card because if you look at this card here, you got the little flowers and the little archway, and it's just a very happy card. So it's a new tangible beginning. So we're going from this card, from the, Knight of Pentacles to the Ace of Pentacles in the near future. So we're going to be taking a jump into a new beginning. So even though it's been slow coming with this energy, slow moving, it's like, boom, this new beginning's coming in and it's finally going to arrive and be tangible and it's going to happen. But it's like I said, it took some work to get there with the communication, some work to get there as far as getting out of this mental prison we've had ourselves in about it. You know, like being stuck in our mind about it, not feeling like we can move forward. But something's going to happen small with that Knight of Pentacles that's going to kind of help things move forward. And then in the near future, boom, we've got that Ace of Pentacles. The advice from the universe is very interesting because it's these two cards. And so I feel like, things are moving forward and it's divinely guided. And you see, what I mean by that is it's like on the divinely guided, if you look at the chariot card, you've got the two sphinxes in the front. So it's like divinely guided, it's moving forward and it's movement forward. But the caution is with the devil card, because that could be a potential of negative, low vibrational energy accompanying this moving forward. So it's kind of like what I'm feeling, what I'm hearing is don't repeat past cycles. So the caution is as you move forward with this new beginning, don't fall into past negative cycles with this situation. And like I said, I'm still really feeling like this is a romantic type situation, love type reading. But like I said, it doesn't have to be. It could be love with family members or friends as well. But I'm just really feeling drawn to the romantic part of it. But I feel like, the things that kept us stuck in the past, in our head, that would fall under that, or not having good communication, or not communicating in the current energy the way we need to, not getting it all out, not being blunt, holding things back. So I feel like it's going to take some work to move this situation forward. It's not going to be easy, but it's kind of like divinely guided. It's like, the universe is kind of helping you push things forward because it's meant to happen, but just be careful to get out of those low vibrational energy. So I feel like this is going to be happening over the eclipse season. So, like I said, it could be up to 6 months after September. So that could be, taking us into the next year, like February of next year. So I feel like this will all be coming to pass during that time. And it's going to be different for everybody. Some people, it's going to happen, right away, September, October. Some folks, it might take later on for this to materialize. But I feel like it's like now's our chance to let go of. We've been through a lot over the course of the year with our energy, and we've been working on ourselves and letting go of low vibrational energy and low vibrational things in our life that we're no longer in alignment with. So I feel like this card of caution is as you move forward this new beginning, you've let go of a lot of these things, you've gone through a lot, you have processed and you have learned lessons. So it's like now put that into action. So as you move forward, it might be tempting to fall back into those old patterns. It might be tempting to fall back into those like low vibrational behaviors or actions, but but you've come too far for that. And you've come too far because, and I know you've come too far because look at that. You've got that chariot card, the divine's guiding you through this and pushing you forward, but he's also, the divine's also giving you this that Ace of Pentacles, that new beginning. So that wouldn't be happening if you weren't ready for it. So they know, the universe knows when you're ready for the next step and you've processed and did your inner work and you've learned your lessons and learned what you need to. That's when they'll bring these opportunities in, like, okay, they're ready for this next step, so let's bring it into, help them manifest it, bring it into reality for them. But be careful not to fall into it, because there might be a little bit of wobbling going on. What I'm seeing is like, what in my mind, what I just saw is like a teeter-totter, the old type of playground equipment where one child sits on one end and the other, it goes up and down. There might be some wobbling, some teetering, of being tempted to go back to the old patterns. But the universe is like, no, the divine's saying, don't do that. I'm giving you this new beginning. So stay strong, stay in that high vibrational energy and move forward, because that's, this is coming into your life for a reason. This is part of, what you need to do next. We're helping you to this, to achieve this, to go into this. So stay in that high vibrational energy. But I do feel like even though we've got the Ace of Pentacles and we've got this new beginning coming in, not only that warning about, not falling into past patterns and low vibrational behaviors and thoughts and stuff and actions, but also I feel like it's going to take some work on your part, because it's like, slowly coming in now in the current energy, but there's going to be some work because you're going to have to get out of that mental block, illusion mindset, and you're going to have to work on that communication. Because I feel what I'm hearing is communication was a problem in the past in this situation. So it's like you weren't, the communication wasn't working good between you and this other person, or, it's like it was, it wasn't good communication. There was kind of a breakdown in communication, and now it's like now you have to like fix that and be blunt and open and follow your heart. But I feel like it all comes back to having that heart chakra opening and getting into that heart space. I feel like having that, listening to our heart, following your heart, working with that heart chakra will help you through this process, because it's going to help you get out of this fear and anxiety and mental block about the situation. And it's going to help you with the communication, coming at the communication in a better way than in the past. I heard ego, like ego in the past, and I'm seeing people fighting, like two people fighting, but they were coming, but the communication broke down because of ego. They weren't coming at it from their heart center. They weren't coming at it from their heart chakra. And so it's like there was a breakdown. But now there's a chance to repair that. So I really feel like, it's somebody from your past, um, someone that you've known, earlier in your life or from your past, or you might have had a past relationship with. I feel like that's a big, that's kind of what a good chance of that, who this is that you're going to be working with in the near future and the current energy as well. So I hope that makes sense. I know my mind was kind of all over the place because I had a lot coming in, but I hope that makes sense. So it looks like it's going to be quite an intense, you know, reading, I mean, quite intense energy for the next 6 months for those eclipses. So let's get into these. I want to do two oracle cards just kind of help with that. So let's see. We've got this is my Archangel Michael deck. I really like this deck. It's from Doreen Virtue. Doreen, I hope I said her name right. And I've been using it for a while. I really like this deck. So let's see what we got from the universe. So one more shuffle. We're just going to do a one card pull just to get some, additional guidance to what I just told you all. All right. So let's see. One card pull. Ah, and you saw me shuffle this. I just love when this happens, when the card matches it so much. So the card is New Beginnings and a Fresh Start. And we just talked about that, the Ace of Pentacles. So that's exactly what that reading was about. And that's exciting that this card, matches that. So let's read. I'm going to read the bottom. It says, "Thank you for bringing new opportunities and offering support, and for helping me release and heal my past," which goes along with it. "Fill me with trust as I experience these life changes." So yes, offering support, helping me release and heal my past. So just talking about, the mental block and not, having good communication and healing from that. So, yes, that card perfectly went with what we just talked about. All right. So, this next one is a newer deck. It's called Work My Light. I've had it. This is my most newest Oracle deck, but I've been using it for a while for my own personal readings. So, let's see. I felt pulled, to do this one as well. I really felt guided to use this deck as well for this reading. So let's see what kind of guidance it can give us. One, again, just one card pull on this. Let's see what kind of additional advice we can have. Like I said, I feel like it's going to be a really intense eclipse season, and it looks like it's going to be from what we just discussed in the reading. All right, right here. This is the card. Let's see what it says. Play. Have fun, celebrate, don't be serious. See, I like these cards. They're so pretty with the colors. So don't forget to play during all of this. I know that it seems intense and it might be an intense 6 months, but make sure you're getting out there, enjoying yourself and lightening up that energy and being in a high vibrational place. Because when you think about it, when you play and you're doing things you love and you're doing those kinds of things that you enjoy, it's lifting your vibration and your frequency. So you want to stay in that high vibrational place, especially because we don't want to get, back into a low vibrational actions or, behaviors or thoughts like with the devil card. We don't want that. We want to stay in that high vibrational place. So definitely playing is very important. So two very good oracle cards to add some extra guidance for this time. So I hope everything goes well with everyone for eclipse season with that, and have a good day. I'll see you soon. Bye bye.